All right, so this clip here is pretty crazy now. We've got Chris Matthews. He's kind of going insane. His brain is kind of frying in his head. And he's very anti-Bernie Sanders. He thinks that Bernie Sanders is going to take him out to Central Park and, end him, which is pretty insane. But what happened was at the end, or towards the end of the Democratic debate last night, the candidates were all asked basically, do you agree with Bernie Sanders that the person with the most votes and delegates should win the nomination, or do you think that's not the case? And so every single Democrat answered, except for Bernie. All of them said that no, that person should not win. There should be a process that the DNC has outlined to go with. So that's pretty insane. But let's go ahead and hear out what Chris Matthews has to say.
Passion is going to get through, but there's only one candidate there who believes he's going to have the most delegates going into Milwaukee. And we know it was. He was the guy that said that person should be the winner. Everybody else said tonight, I will not have the most delegates. They all made it official. They were not going to give the win to the guy or the person with the most delegates. That was so telling tonight. Today, it was an acknowledgement that Bernie is the winner, not the winner so far in this whole fight. And he may be the winner all the way, and I think they think so. By the way,
perfect. Absolutely perfect. In fact, I have not seen anything anywhere near this perfect, except for probably his last time that he broke down the Iowa caucus. And trust me, he doesn't take any excitement in any of this because he doesn't like Bernie Sanders at all. And so basically, he's straight up on the money here. It's absolutely the case that indeed the reason why all of those other candidates didn't respond, yes, we support democracy, the reason why is because they all know they're not going to hit that number, and they're not going to be the one to end up with the most delegates. Like, you think that Pete Buttigieg or Elizabeth Warren or those people are going to do it. Elizabeth Warren's entire campaign has been sending memos about how they're trying to basically do this unification stuff between the centristas and the progressives. So that's what they're all doing. And Bernie Sanders is the only one who knows he's basically going to get it. And so because all of the other candidates know that they're not going to hit it, they've come out against democracy. The whole delegate system is a total sham. It should be most votes is the winner. That's how it should be done. Or at the very least, if you're going to do delegates at all, at least just make it so that the most delegates candidate wins. It should not be, there's a threshold to hit, otherwise it goes to a second. That's ridiculous. It should be whoever has the most delegates or the most votes wins. And so this is how the Republican Party ends up laughing at the left. They did the same thing with the Iowa caucus of how much of a failure it was. But, you spend all this time talking about the Electoral College and, we need a popular vote and all this stuff. And then your party is the same one with super delegates and it rigs elections against progressive candidates. And so people laugh at you, And you have SDEs over popular vote numbers. And you have delegates and not even a popular vote in your own election. And so it's just kind of like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And this is the problem with liberals, problem with Democrats, is that they don't actually have these real principles. Same thing goes for all of the immigration stuff. If you go back to the 90s, the 2000s, all of this stuff was supported. There's that video of Bill Clinton coming down hard on, undocumented immigrants. Obama was the deporter-in-chief. All of this stuff, right? They all really strong against them, and then all of a sudden they flip. And it's like, huh? What happened there? It's really weird, and that's why these people suck, is because they don't have real principles. They're just kind of big flip-floppers, but Chris Matthews is straight up on the money here, literally perfectly on the money with this one.